Recorded. Hi, so I am Lindsay Endicott, and I am the Vice President of Operations for Texoil, and I appreciate you meeting with us today. And first off, I'd like to thank you for your 12 years of working with us. You guys have been fantastic, fantastic partner in this industry with us, and I hope that you have felt support and have felt the same from us as well. We're really sorry to see you go because it's hard to find good talent, and you all know what you know so well, and you do so well at what you do. So it's hard for us to see you go, but we're hoping that through possibly purchasing the station from you, that we can have a mutually beneficial agreement here to where we're both walking away feeling that we've both gained from this. So I would like to make a first offer, if that's okay. Right now, I'm being told that $150,000 for the service station is a reasonable amount. Again, we can talk about that, and that number was derived from what we know that your yearly income from the station is typically about 75. So we wanted to make sure that we were covering at least 2 years of your income for you in the purchase of this station. Do you have any questions or concerns, comments about that?
Sure. Well, first off, thank you very much for taking the time to sit down with me and consider this deal as well. This has been a passion project of mine for the last 12 years, and while I have to say goodbye to it, one of my biggest priorities is seeing it pass on to the next person and seeing it flourish. And I feel really confident with your company and what you guys can do with it in the future. So thank you for considering that. Also, thank you for putting my income as a standard. 2 years of income, that's very generous. I would like to counter that offer. There are some things, while I do appreciate the income number and where you got to that number, I would like to see it go a little bit higher. I would say, especially with capital gains taxes that I would receive from there, other considerations with the equipment and the infrastructure, I would be looking at about 450,000.
Okay. We definitely can't do 450. That's quite a bit higher than what the figure I have been given from the powers that be. I do understand though that you've made some significant investments along your way through the 12 years that you've owned and operated there. Now our main concern in going that high in a purchase price of the service station is just the updates that we have to make to the facility to make it viable. I know that the pumps and the mechanics definitely need to be replaced before we open up shop again. And of course, we do need to add a mini mart to it as well, just to remain competitive with others in the area. We could probably offer as high as 250, but that's probably as high as we can go. Does that sound reasonable if we meet in the middle?
I honestly, I would like to see it higher than that. I definitely hear you saying the mini mart and the expansions there and moving it to 24 hours. Those are all things you need to consider, and I fully understand that. But for the amount of time and energy me and my partner have put into this, I can't justify going any lower than like $300,000.
Okay. Just because I think that we've had such a great relationship, and I think that the sale and the transferring of this business between you and I think it makes the most sense, and I think that we would be the best partner with you in this than over others possibly. And I think that though it's definitely higher than what we were willing to pay, I think 300 is reasonable. I think we could both walk away feeling satisfied with that, and we'll still have the funds that we need to make those updates once we've gained ownership of that facility. And then of course that 300,000 will cover about 5 years of your income, which I think is good. I know you and your wife are probably retiring. I'm assuming that's maybe why you're stepping out of the business. So that should help you get your retirement started. And I feel confident with that number. 300,000, I think that would be okay. I think that, my higher ups will be understanding of that amount, even though it's a little higher than what they wanted. But yeah, I'm okay with 300,000. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'd be willing to make a deal at 300,000.
All right,
Absolutely.
wonderful. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and start the process of this. I think 300,000 is great. As far as timeline goes, is there a timeline that you have in mind for the transferring of this, or are there things that you need to do beforehand to wrap up other things within your business?
Sure. Time is definitely one of the biggest considerations we have. I like to say if we can get this deal done within a 3-month period, that would be ideal.
I think that's fantastic. I know that we are trying to move through this quite quickly as well. I think 3 months is absolutely acceptable. So we're willing to make that $300,000 cash offer within the next 3 months. Again, that'll be a cash offer. And if there's anything else you need from us in the meantime, just as a support, let us know. And yeah, that sounds great. I look forward to doing this business with you, and we'll go ahead and get a contract written up, send that out to you. And then if you have any questions about the contract, let me know, and we can kind of go from there or meet again if we need to.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I'm happy with this deal.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.